All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Am I
Just
doing
follow
good?
the line. How simple is that?
Yeah.
This is a new route.
Yeah, it is.
4B4. Oh, okay. So it's like a... That's weird.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now,
What's that
if
on the
my
whiteboard?
experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my
7,
own relative experiential
6.
mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on.
38.
Got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yay! Yay! Exciting music.
Financial records.
This music does shout
loud.
out financial records. I know.
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. You remembering this, Fern?
It's
You
a
got
good
it,
thing we're
Sparks?
recording.
Yeah, it is actually. We can refer to it later in notes.
I have a feeling that it's going to be irrelevant.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Should we go where we know we're supposed to in quotation marks?
Oh, the doors are still missing.
Okay.
It's no use.
Okay, we'll go back to following the line then.
Follow the... that was a terrible attempt at singing. Follow the yellow brick line.
It's not bricky either.
Yeah.
It's just a line.
Yeah.
We're back here again.
No, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us?
Yeah,
and after we
104.
trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it.
What's that one?
Restart.
601 maybe?
Yeah, 601.
Not whatever number we are.
Strange.
427. Right.
The clock's reset. That's the starting time.
Yeah, I think it's done that every time so far.
Yeah.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild.
Leave your
Use
suggestion in the
imagination.
comments.
Whatever
I'm
it
going
might
in
be,
circles.
Stanley, I'm
I'm
ready
not.
for it.
Be nice
We've
if
got to
there
make a
was.
suggestion.
I don't know.
Blackjack and hookers.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Ignoring the line. Oh, look, no line, no line. Okay. It'd be nice if there was a bit more, I don't know, variety maybe in this story.
Well,
You know, like a Like that painting that we've seen everywhere, maybe on this wall.
Yeah.
Maybe that fern could make
Maybe
a
that should be our
reappearance.
adventure.
Ooh.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From
Finally.
here, the story is in our control.
Yes.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact,
Agreed.
I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere. Which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the
going
counter-inverted
crazy.
reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one.
Well,
Another victory for logic.
I
Come,
can't argue
Stanley,
with that logic.
Our destiny awaits.
The confusing ending.
Hold up, what's this?
You've been playing confusing
that
ending
Fusion
for...
ending.
That's
You're telling me
listing
that's
our...
what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all...
After a long time,
determined?
Stanley dies.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because
The
it's
narrator
written
forgets
here on
about
this-
previous
this
restarts.
thing
Stanley attempts to play the story but is
wall.
prevented.
Well, who consulted me?
Unable to
Nothing
go
I get
anywhere
to
or do
decide.
anything. The game
Why
restarts on
don't
its
I get a
own.
say in all of
Find
this?
the
Is
line.
it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How
Don't
would we
know.
even know?
We've not
Will
been playing
someone
for
come for us?
17 minutes.
Will something happen? So, okay.
How you doing? There's a chair. Can
I
sit
guess
on it?
now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
Eventually.
Well, in the meantime,
Well, never mind. Will the narrator remember?
Will he remember? Time's been reset again. 20 past 11.
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
If he doesn't remember, maybe we can get to the meeting room.
Wasn't
we know?
the next listing unable to go anywhere or
When
do
Stanley
anything?
came to a set of two
Yeah.
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We did it!
Okay. Is this the meeting room? We finally here.
We're finally here.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Talk less.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Pull up inside.
You clicking to move it?
No,
Progress it.
I wasn't. But I can. Oh, this is great. It's great. I love it. I don't know where it's projecting from, but.
That's pretty
Next
funny.
one.
What
So
else have we
next
got?
one? Chart slides, charts and slides. Okay, what else is in this room? Is there something funny here?
Targets.
Guess chess.
Push a funny R&D. New coffee machine. Standard.
Graphs 40
Graphs.
times wide.
Get Chris out of the blue broom closet.
Stop, stop.
Circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Fill out in triplicate and return to your boss application specialist. Oh man. If you ever find yourself in conflict,
Then another employee like yourself. But I
Clear skin.
a boat.
Mitosis.
Camel toes.
What?
Oh,
That's
no,
comatose.
I misread that.
Okay.
Okay, it's back to not getting fired. Okay. Okay, so what's here? Meeting room. Floor 4XX.
Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager.
Okay.
Seems like a pretty standard meeting room.
Mm-hmm.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned
broom.
around and got back on track.
We take some gaffer tape with us, maybe? Maybe?
No.
There was
No.
nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Okay. Okay, we see what you're getting at, guy. We'll move along.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
He's doing it again. Let's go up. I want to see the boss's office. I want to see what kind of boss he has.
Okay. Okay.
This is a randomly decorated office block.
Yeah. What's this? Executive bathroom.
Ah.
It's a shame. New. New. So this is...
Whoa.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course,
You have a
Stanley
pointer.
couldn't possibly have known this.
2845.
I occasionally have a pointer. Now I don't. I have it.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Well, there it is.
Oh, right.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Yay.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Who keeps books in bookshelves like that?
Ah, there we go. This is the...
Oh,
This is the newly opened passageway. Down or terrible YouTube footage? We're gonna go down.
whoa. Aww. Oh, it might be just be a new area. Like that time what with my wife made of plastic.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay.
Creaky place.
It is indeed.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape.
Escape. I want to see the mind control facility. You want to disobey the authoritative figure.
I want to escape. We'll go with your thing.
Oh god, it's dark.
It's a light bulb.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
We were up there earlier. This is the big
Yeah.
TV room again. We should have gone for escaping. Or
Oh,
maybe not. Because now we're down here where all the buttons are.
Yeah, before we were just up top.
Now the
CCTV.
monitors jumped to life.
Oh, I
Their
see. So we
true
weren't supposed to
nature
see it
revealed.
earlier.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Crazy. Some of those cameras are showing the same image. That red,
Noisy game
that red
designers.
stairway. Yeah.
What were we? We were 4...
2,
7.
I see us.
Yeah, I see us too. That is our room.
Mm.
That is our room. Well done, game designers. We forgive you for the lazy things.
Super
This
duper.
mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated
I
to
love at the
accept
top
it
there's just some
blindly?
random monitors that aren't in line.
Yeah. Well, that's...
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had
Quite
he
possibly.
truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes.
Here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
And I think we'll find out what happens next time.
Maybe. I was going to say we're going to take a short break.
Yeah.
Rather than we'll find out next time. But yeah.
Okay. We'll find out next time. Oh wait, no, that's not what we're saying.
No.
We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Better?
Yes.
Okay.
Now we're going to resume the game. Because we are back.
Welcome back, everybody. By welcome back, I mean welcome back to us. You didn't go anywhere.
I want to hit the button 5. I also feel I should go in here.
It's awaiting input. Are you sure you want to give it an input?
That seemed to do nothing, so let's go in here.
That is the cheapest way to design a game, isn't it?
I can't read
I
that.
can't read that.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Do we do the right thing? Do we do the wrong thing?
It's weird that the light goes off when it's on the
Yeah.
edge of your screen.
And there is,
What does it say in the corner?
don't know.
What about the top left? Can you read that? That looks
No.
like code.
I can't read that.
Yeah.
Do we do the good thing or the bad thing? Vote now! Well, after counting up the votes, we found out
An
that
even tie.
it was a resounding... that one.
Oh my god.
Loading screen?
Oh my god. We've broken the game!
Frame rate drop? No.
Oh,
No.
you can still move.
Yeah? Yeah.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
I can just...
Was it over?
I can see
Yes.
error lines.
He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
I just
And
turned
yet,
around to see if there's
even
anything
as the
behind.
immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. That was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon
He lost
his skin,
control.
Yeah.
the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
Hey, look,
This
it's that
was
fern.
exactly the way,
No,
right
that's
now,
a different fern.
that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yay!
Well, thanks for watching,
We got
guys.
an achievement! We beat the game.
Oh. It's never the end. So, do we want to try a different route?
I think we have just beaten the game. I think it just goes in an infinite loop. Unless...
Stanley decided to go
Yeah.
to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others. So the thought of total solitude was
Yeah,
terrifying.
no, I think we've beaten the game. I think it's started again.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We're going to say goodbye here, guys.
Yep.
Um,
Thanks for watching.
Thank you very much for watching. We may or may not have further episodes. I'm not really sure. I mean, there are other things I think we can do, but on the other hand, we did beat the game.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll
Very
think
well.
about it.
Bye.
Bye.